Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Satitra. I am the owner of K's Natural Cleaning, and I provide cleaning services in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I provide green cleaning. I also make my own green cleaning products, and I also create cleaning motivational videos and some BTS moments. And if those are things that interest you, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up and stick around for more. Okay, so let's talk about pricing. I have a flat fee. I know some people do hourly. I don't do hourly. I know that there's some people that do well with it. I personally feel like, and from other customers that I've spoken to when I've gone to consultations, I've heard a customer tell me that, oh, I think they were working slower just so they can get paid more. You know, I think they're just trying to milk me, things like that. I feel like they're just really watching your pace and how fast or slow you're working. So that's super uncomfortable. I just feel like I have a flat fee. Plus, like, I know how much my company is gonna make. I have business bills and websites and domain, all that kind of stuff that I gotta pay for that kind of stuff. Which I also forgot to mention is that, like, I use Homebase app for my employees. But there's like little things that you gotta pay for, and you wanna know how much you're making, right? You know, who wants that up and down all the time? Not me. So no. And plus, I just think it makes things so much simpler when you have a flat fee versus hourly. But if hourly works for you, that's good. But I'm doing pretty decent. I would say pretty decent. I'm doing pretty good by sticking to flat fees. I haven't heard any complaints yet. So let me see. Oh yeah, also, like, I've noticed that, like, to hourly, because the prices always changes, I've heard customers complain about that when I've gone to them, like, oh yeah, the price always changing, and they couldn't stand that. They hated it. You know, they just want to know. So again, that's why I don't do that. Also, even if you do have a flat fee, and, like, say you're just starting out and you feel like, dang, I'm doing a whole lot more work than I thought I would, because it's happened. When I first started, I was like, I didn't know what to charge people, and now I do know. So now I have kind of like a standard, like, between this size of a home, this is the price range. So I have a price range. I don't have an exact price, I have just a price range, because again, it depends on what their home or place of business look like and the amount of work that I'm going to do. Let's see. So, and I also don't do a bunch of, like, once they sign a quote and all that stuff, I kind of just leave it as is, and that's their price. But if I think I've only had to change my price once or twice with somebody, because I've noticed, like, you know, I was working longer and it was cutting, I wasn't making enough, like, as far as, like, supplies and all that stuff go. After I count everything, I was like, I'm not getting nothing out of this. So so I've done that once, but you don't want to do that because they will complain, and I've heard that a couple times from different customers. Oh yeah, keep in mind that bathrooms and kitchens are going to take the longest. So I think sometimes, especially first time going to a bathroom, it could take you a whole hour to clean a bathroom. They're the ones that take up most of the time. So sometimes when you go in a customer's home, you might hear them say, after giving them price, well, my home isn't really that dirty. But it doesn't matter, because you're still, once it's on the quote and a contract, you still got to do that same work every single time you come in, regardless of how clean they say their home is. Can't skip anything, and I don't skip anything because I like to think and kind of notice some cameras at home. So, you know, you like to think they might be watching. A lot of my customers actually are home while I'm there, especially now that quarantine has happened. Before quarantine, a lot of them like to leave and go do something with their kids or whatever while I clean, but now a lot of them are home. So just because things might look clean, you don't want to skip nothing, or just because they tell you, like, oh, my home is not that dirty, doesn't mean that you need to lower the price, because it's going to be the same amount of work. It is. Sometimes, like especially like if they have 4 bathrooms, you're still going to be cleaning 4 bathrooms. And yeah. I never quote over the phone, because you never know what you're going to be getting into. I've mentioned this a couple times in a couple of my other videos, but I can tell you guys more about my experience. Like, I've had some bad experience where I've done that. I've done it 3 times where the customer kind of talked me into it over the phone. Like, they needed it urgently. Like, one customer had an event coming up, and then I got to their home and I was like, whoa, it wasn't really what in my standard cleaning. It was more like organizing, and I gave them a pretty good deal, but I ended up actually having to turn them down, tell them like this. Yeah, that was a lesson learned. Let's see, I talked about never quote over the phone, and now competition and comparison. Okay, so I gone to a few clients sometimes where they will compare me to the last cleaner who charged fairly like cheap, and and sometimes like it can be a little daunting, but I still don't lower my price to what they think I should charge based off the last cleaner. I mean, they were your last cleaner, and especially like if you heard them like complain and things like that. Yeah, so don't let that get to you just because someone might say, oh, so and so charged me this much, and you know they either accept your quote or they don't accept your quote. Don't have to accept every customer, and I'll go over that some more too about that. But usually, like, if a customer don't accept my quote, like, I'll get a call. I get calls like maybe 1 to 2 times a week. Actually, in fact, when I was getting ready to record this video, I got a call. So yes, I get calls all the time, and sometimes the home is bigger, or I might, like, I think last time someone turned me down, last month or so, I got 2 new clients right after that. So that kind of made up for that. So that's fine. You're gonna hear customers do that a lot. They're gonna try to compare you to their last cleaner price range, but know your worth. You know what you are going to be doing. You took a look. You did a very detailed consultation. And when you at consultations, take notes on the things that they like and dislike. Make sure that you are writing all these things and things that you're noticing. So if you're noticing that there's a lot of dust in between doors, or all doors, or walls, or like things that you know are going to need to be like wiped down, because like I don't do a lot of wall washing. That's kind of an additional thing, but doors I do wipe down. And sometimes I'll go to someone's home where I'll see their baseboards, like people love their baseboards wiped and dusted. Like, you need to get those. So it's like things that you would notice, like, okay, I gotta come in and do all these baseboards. I gotta come in and I gotta wipe down all the doors because I'm seeing finger marks and dirt that look like it's been sitting there for a while, or yada yada, or in mirrors or windows that they you notice all this stuff. So don't let it bring you down. Keep your price range. Now, if you want to negotiate the price just a little bit, I wouldn't like go so much down with the price, but I would try to knock it just a little bit and see if they would still accept it. But just also think about like how much you're gonna have to pay your employees to come in and do that cleaning, how much the company is gonna make, and you got to pay yourself also, right? Because you need a salary. You're doing a lot of the work. So even if you're not there to clean, like, you're still doing the hiring or buying the supplies and or all the business material that you're gonna need. So you are working just as much, or actually a lot more. But yeah, so don't worry about that. If they don't accept it and they don't accept the quote, okay, just move on. That's fine. It was nice to meet you. Goodbye. Have a good day. And maybe eventually whoever you might hire and might not work out, and they probably call you anyway, right? Well, we don't know, but maybe maybe they might try someone else and then end up not liking that person and be like, shoot, I should have hired old girl. So yeah, also offer senior discounts. I do have a couple seniors. I love them to death, and I don't try to do too much. Like, I usually would ask seniors about their budget because they're not really working and they're depending on, I don't know, retirement or, you know, Social Security or something like that. So they're probably not even really getting a whole lot of money every month, but they also can't do the work, you know, and they need things clean because their health, right? So I don't overcharge. I don't try to charge too much with them. I wouldn't say overcharge. I just try not to rank up the price so high. I just like to talk to my customers about their budget. All my customers, I always ask them what's their ideal budget, you know, and then that way you can kind of have an idea before they try to compare you to somebody else. But anyways, just ask them their idea budget, and then with seniors, offer them a discount. That is something you can also add onto your website or your Instagram page. Is, hey, we have a senior discount, or hey, do you have a family member that you would like to pay for one-time cleaning? Maybe somebody want to treat their grandma and grandpa to a cleaning, so you know, offer that. Or you could do new customer discounts, things like that. I did a lot of that when I first started. I had did a lot of new client discounts. So I was doing like 10% off your first cleaning, just to kind of get it going, and that really worked out actually. I do now charge an initial cleaning fee. I wasn't doing that for a long time when I first started my company, but now after being in the business for a while, I realized that like every first cleaning takes the longest, and sometimes bathrooms need a deep clean. So I guess it just depends. I mean, if you want to waive it for people, that's fine. But if you notice it, again, like I said, if someone's home is like really going to need a good scrubbing, just add in your initial cleaning and then put this in your price quote. Let them know why there's an initial cleaning fee, and just say, you know, initial cleaning fee because first cleanings do take a lot longer, and usually we need to get into routine. And just let them know, like, hey, if you have any questions about anything on our quote, just please feel free to reach out to us. That way they won't just turn it down so fast. They'll actually reach out to you and say, hey, like, I don't know, I can't really afford that, yada yada. And you can offer a discount or waive the initial cleaning fee, you know, depending on what you feel is best and what you're comfortable with doing. That's all I have. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope that this video was very informative and helpful. Yeah, if you want, just ask and I will respond. And don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.